Another state chimes in. They want crypto. Oh, that's right, baby. They're open to the alt. Along with the scam regarding hard drives for miners, you have to hear this. BTC network plummets. XRP is a benefit. Oh, yeah, you got to hear this.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
TC might be in some trouble as network activity is at a yearly low, along with some red up in the screen. Why? Well, the volume's going down, but you knew that because you've been watching the videos. But before we get into the news, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it beginning of the next video. Doran Butler starts us off, channel member. Thank you very much, sir. Says, I was able to get it back. But I had to pawn a gold coin once. It broke my heart, but thank God we had it in that moment. I realized why my grandpa kept it. Yeah, we've all sadly had to sell something that we didn't want to because of something unexpected. But just remember, don't let those haters force you to do something you don't want to do. Row 1597 says, Klaus, I don't subscribe to channels. It's just not my thing. After listening to your videos for a few weeks now, I actually felt the need. I subscribe, my friend. Great channel. There's about 50% of you watching right now that aren't subscribed. Why don't you help someone out while on vacation, bringing you the news? Hit the subscribe button. It's free. Dabbletonic's hanging out and says, I think you've been on vacation the entire last 6 weeks. Is it vacation or did you just move? Dude, when I do vacation, I do it right. And I have been loving Guatemala. I am for real coming back. I am definitely bringing my wife back. This country is ranking near the top of my list, and I have been to a bunch. Mick Crane says, Shoot, shoot, haters. That's right, them darn haters. Bitcoin sitting at 96,206. ETH is 2620. XRP at 238. XLM deep in the red right now at 31.2. Something we're going to have to pay attention to. H-bar right now sitting at 22.6. BNB at 615. Sol under 200. ADA soft as well. Look at this. 67 cents. Okay, we know why the volume's down, right? Super Bowl weekend. People are paying attention. And for the people out there that say the Super Bowl is a United States thing, the last estimate I saw is that the Super Bowl is going to be broadcast in over 140 countries. In fact, I'm guaranteeing you that the bar right down the road from me is probably going to have the Super Bowl. But let's get into some BTC struggles because we know how the market is pulled up and down by BTC. Bitcoin network activity plunges to yearly lows as BTC struggles below 100,000. Ooh, this is crazy. Bitcoin's low network activity encompasses all aspects. Fewer active addresses and transactions, low fees, and an almost empty meme pool. The Bitcoin network seems like a ghost town with its activities falling to its lowest level in a year. A Bitcoin network activity index from the market analytics platform CryptoQuant hovers at around 3760, its lowest since February of 2024, indicating that the activity on BTC has plunged 15% since its November high. So when you look at the prices here, when you look at network activity and so forth, it's not just the quote alts that are soft. No, everything is soft right now. Let's keep learning. According to a weekly CryptoQuant report, the index measures the growth in key Bitcoin metrics like block size, active addresses, and so forth. It has fallen below its 365-day moving average. Listen to this. For the first time since July of 2021, when BTC banned mining. Now, some more stats for you. Examining different parts of the Bitcoin network reveals a steep decline in their activities. The number of active addresses and transactions has fallen by double digits. The total daily number of transactions has tumbled 53% from its all-time high. This is crazy. So for the maxis out there that rip on XRP and other utility cryptos out there, the reason they're ripping on it is they're scared. They're seeing this. They're seeing that BTC activity is heavily shrinking. Now it gets worse, okay? Remember, my job is bringing the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, so that you can make the best decision. But I do have some good BTC and crypto news coming up, but let's get through the bad stuff first, okay? Bitcoin miners are also feeling the heat because total transaction fees have declined due to low network activity. Okay, so when the BTC network is low and things are slow and not much is going on, fees are low, right? When the network is really like firing up, hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant, fees go up, right? Because there's only so much that can go through. The total daily transaction fees are 593,000 compared to late October when they were 4.7 million per day. That is nuts, which means what? BTC miners now are less profitable. When BTC miners are less profitable, what does it mean? It means they have to sell their BTC to keep the lights on. All right, now a good news story for you, okay? Florida senator proposes state investments in BTC to combat inflation, but it's bigger than BTC. It encompasses the rest of the market, which is good for all of us. Florida has become the latest U.S. state to consider cryptocurrency investments as Republican Senator Joe Gruters proposes legislation for permitting up to 10% of the state funds to be allowed to Bitcoin and other digital assets. Golf clap. Golf clap. That's a great idea. A basket of assets. You don't want to go all into one thing because what if that one thing turns out to be a piece of shit? The bill presented to the Florida Senate on February 7th aims to combat the inflation on the impact of reserves. It passed, it would empower State Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Patronis to allocate BTC and other digital assets to its general reserve fund. Okay, okay. The reason they're doing this is inflation. So players out there, whether they're states, governments, or companies, are looking to see how can they beat inflation. And what have we noticed over the last several months? In the United States specifically, inflation is heating up faster than before. By the way, CPI data is coming out on what, everyone? I believe on the 13th or 12th. Just throwing it out there. All right. So players out there want to get into digital assets because these digital assets are beating inflation. And again, red on the screen, we understand why. Volume is down with the Super Bowl. Transactions are way down with BTC. The hype and the hysteria from the November election action is wearing off. Now, a messed up story, and I've actually got personal experience with this. Okay, y'all know I'm a big gamer, right? Listen to this. Used Seagate drives sold as new, traced back to crypto mining farms. All right, so essentially what happened is there's a whole bunch of Seagate drives that were sold, okay? About 15 to 50,000 of hours of use was put on these drives and they were sold new. There are over 200 confirmed cases across Europe, Australia, Thailand, and Japan. Seagate says it doesn't come from their distribution channels. Okay, so where are they coming from? But now check this out. I noticed this because I'm a big gamer. I'm into graphics cards and all that kind of stuff. Dude, do not buy a used graphic card. Most likely that used graphic card you are buying was for a BTC miner. So you're buying something that's been rode hard and what, everyone, put away wet. Speaking of things that are hard, ooh, good news for XRP holders right here. SBI announces XRP as a shareholder benefit. This is pretty neat. Here's the estimated conversion date. On February 7th, SBI Holdings announced its shareholder benefits program. Again, offering XRP as a reward. That's really cool. This initiative reflects SBI's continued support for the digital assets and its broader vision, integrating crypto into mainstream finance. Basically, what they're saying is this: you hold so much XRP, we're going to give you this as like a bonus sort of thing. And this is for SBI shareholders. So this is really neat. You're actually seeing someone go, hey, look, if you believe in this company, we're going to reward you with XRP. I just figured you guys would think that's cool. And gals, of course, 7% of you are gals. And ladies, you're welcome to hit the subscribe button too. And it's all right if you want to touch it multiple times. That's talking about the like button and the notification bell, you perv McGurvs. But seriously, another cool way that we could use crypto. Now, let's get over to the action here in the market. And let's talk about the market softness, okay? We knew volume was going to be down. Well, let's put it to you this way. If you've been watching the channel over the last several days, you knew that the volume was going to be down because we talked about it, right? Super Bowl Sunday. The same crowd that's into the Super Bowl is into crypto when you look at the demographics, okay? Volume down to 78 billion in the last 24 hours. That is some of the lowest that I have seen in recent history. Prices also showing some softness. Speaking of price, XRP right now is floating at right around 238, down 1.7% in the last 24 hours. Volume at 4.76 billion. We do seem to hit a little bit of a flat spot here after Sunday, Bloody Sunday, which is good for us. Hopefully that's the bottom and we can start moving our way on up from there. The issues, though, that we're seeing is this. BTC tugs the market, whether we like it or not. And look, my job here is not to fill you with bullshit or anything like that or go, oh my God, melting fishes, $10,000 XRP, join my $50 a month Discord group. Fuck that lame ass shit. No, my job is to bring you the news. And right now, what are we seeing? We're seeing volumes down. we're also seeing some softness in the market, right? The hysteria with the Trump stuff, the hysteria with the SEC. We're still waiting on the confirmation of Paul Atkins from the SEC. Yeah, we're still waiting for that. That's nuts. By the way, the last update was January 28th when they sent it over to the banking committee for review. So then we start looking ahead. We get juicy CPI data. What's going to happen? That's going to pump the markets up because the markets are going to start looking for macros. Also, February 22nd is when we're going to get the current rules and regs regarding crypto exposed. Because remember, before the SEC was like, yo, girlfriend, we're not going to tell you what the rules are. And you're like, seriously? I want to like do stuff with you. Is it cool on the second day? Is it cool on the third day? And they're like, look, the rules are clear. And you're like, no, they're really not. I don't know if I can put my hand to the lighty boom boom and take you back to my room and then show you what's going on. No, no, but we're getting that on the 22nd of February. So market softness, why? Because of the hysteria that couldn't hold. Makes sense. You saw the erosion happen here. Sunday, Bloody Sunday, we had a whole bunch of liquidations and leverages totally wiped out. It appears that we've hit a floor. We're floating around the 230, 240, 250 mark here, which is good. Volume is soft, but it's going to pick up. Juicy CPI data will help us out. Remember, no FOMC meeting this month. That's going to be happening in mid-March. So we got some things to look forward to. And we're also seeing states go out there say, you know what? We want to add BTC and other digital assets to our books because it's beating inflation. And let me ask you a question. How many of you out there are dealing with inflation and expensive items in your country? Raise your hand. Come on, come on. Yeah, you in the back. You in the back. You know, you're the one out there that's like, oh, I don't participate in this stuff. No, your country too is having some problems with inflation. And if countries, companies, and states know that they can get into crypto to fight inflation, well, guess what? They're going to start doing that because they need to save their butts from government overspending. And that benefits us in the alternative to BTC markets. And it also helps out BTC as well. But the scary news is BTC network activity is at a super low. It's putting pressure on miners, and we know that the market takes cues from BTC. So let's keep our eyes open and hope for some juicy CPI data to start turning things around. All right, so we're definitely seeing some overall softness in the market, but the scary thing is the BTC stats. Low network activity, profitability going down, and the miners, right? We talked about inflation. Think about that. The miners are paying more for like electricity, they're paying more for their GPUs and processors and all that kind of fun stuff. So if all their expenses are going up, profitability is going down, it forces the miners to sell rather than to be in hodl mode. When you're making tons of money, what can you do? You only have to sell a little bit to cover your expenses, and the rest you could put in the old piggy bank or cold storage for us crypto cool people. But now that leads us to the rest of the market. The rest of the market is soft too. Why? Because we're not patient people in this crypto world. Let's be real here. Everything we've been talking about is, oh, regs and this and this and this and strategic reserves. The governments move slow. But we've got big dates coming up for certain things that can definitely help out the market. Will CPI data be juicy? Got to be honest with you. In the next couple days, I'm going to start looking at some preliminaries, see what some of those reports say. I hope CPI data comes in nice and low. If we get something to 7 on lower, good. Maybe we got past that little bump that we've been dealing with because over the last 3 months, we've seen, yep, it coming back up. And as CPI goes up, crypto goes down. Why? Because inflation kills everything. So whether you're a business, whether you're a person, whether you're a country, inflation roasts you. The good news is, though, for the players out there that want to beat inflation, they're looking at crypto as a way to do that. So it's good, but it's also bad. You don't want to pay a lot for everything, but at the same time, it's not bad if they want to get into the crypto action. Now, in terms of the whole thing with the hard drives with Seagate, for real, I'm a huge gamer. My son's a huge gamer. I'm a big ray tracing fan and all that kind of stuff. And man, I got to be honest with you. All of a sudden, when like the new GPUs come out, you see a whole lot of that junk hitting eBay. Oh, used GPUs only used for like 3 months on a personal gaming PC. Hell no. That thing was plugged into a mining rig and that bad boy was running 24/7, whirring like you wouldn't believe. So be very careful out there because now it's not only the GPUs, but we're starting to see Seagate hard drives as well show up. 15 to 50,000 hours of use on stuff claiming to be new. Now, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps me out. Yes, I'm on vacation. Yes, I've been on vacation for a really long time. I'm training for a race in March, and I'm at elevation right now in the beautiful country of Guatemala. For real, I am bringing my wife here. Oh my gosh, she's going to love this place, and you would love it too. You ever hang out? Go to Zone 4. You're right in the middle of everything, super safe. People are friendly. Love it here. And of course, everyone, how do we end videos? Oh, you're new. You don't know how we end videos? Well, I'm glad you stuck around to the end because you're going to hear an echo as I say this. Are you ready, fans? Aye, aye, Captain. Choo choo, bitches.